Why do scaling business end up so performance heavy to begin with?
Performance is measurable and brand isn't, at least not immediately. A founder can open a dashboard and see exactly what his Meta ad returned yesterday. Brand investment.
Most D2C founders we speak to believe they have a performance marketing problem when CAC start climbing. So they do the logical thing and put more money into performance, and as a result, CAC climb further.
Because it was never a performance problem. It is a brand deficit that took 3 years to show up in the numbers. And by the time it does, the business has already spent its way deeper into the hole.
Welcome to Inside Consulting. Today we are talking about the brand versus performance split. Why scaling D2C business consistently getting wrong, and what it's actually costing them. Why do scaling business end up so performance heavy to begin with?
Performance is measurable and brand isn't, at least not immediately. A founder can open a dashboard and see exactly what his Meta ad returned yesterday. Brand investment takes 6 to 12 months to show up in any meaningful metrics. So when the capital is tight and growth target are real, the money goes where the proof is, which is performance every time.
And that's the rational decision at early stage. So when it becomes the wrong one.
The moment the top of the funnel start depending entirely on paid function, Nielsen found that brand which invest less than 20% of their budget in brand building CAC increased by up to 60% over a 3-year period. Because without brand, you are renting attention every single time. The moment you stop paying, the audience disappear and there is no residual pool.
So what does it actually look like inside a business hitting that wall?
When the CAC is climbing month on month, the team increases the performance budget to compensate, but CAC climbs further. Meanwhile, repeat purchase rate is flat or declining and the organic traffic is negligible. Nobody is searching for brand by name. They have customers but lack an audience. And that distinct is everything at scale.
I think Mamaearth is a reference point here. Am I right?
Exactly. They had a strong early growth almost entirely on performance. But as they scaled, CAC became unsustainable on paid alone. The pivot to brand using television, celebrity association, and consistent visual identity wasn't authentic. It was structural. It brought down long term acquisition cost and built the kind of recall that performance spend alone cannot manufacture.
Okay, but my question is, why can't the marketing team just rebalance the budget internally?
Because the internal incentive structure won't allow it. The performance team is measured on ROAS, the brand team, if it exists at all, is measured on reach and impressions. Nobody is measured on how brand investment is reducing CAC over time or increasing LTV. So, in every budget conversation, performance wins because it has the receipts and brand doesn't. Not because performance is actually the right call.
And that's where decisions keep getting made wrong.
Every quarter and the gap widened. Bain found that D2C brands maintaining a 40 to 60 brands to perform ratio sustained 2x higher LTV compared to brands running 80 to 20 performance heavy. That LTV gap is actual cost of imbalance. It just never appear on performance dashboard.
So, where does the fix actually begin?
With making the invisible cost visible, and that's where management consulting comes in. Most businesses have never modeled what rising CAC costs them over a 24-month horizon versus what brand investment over the same period would return. That number, when it lands in a boardroom, is usually what finally changes the conversation.
What does the businesses look like 18 months out, and when this is done right?
After a management consulting firm steps in, the CAC stabilizes and start declining. Organic and direct traffic grows, repeat purchase rate improves because customers have a reason to come back that isn't a discount code. And performance marketing actually gets more efficient because warm audience convert cheaper than cold one. And the brand is what create warmth. The Ehrenberg-Bass Institute state that mental availability is the single strongest predictor of purchase at the moment of intent.
So the business powering more into performance when growth slows, then treating like the symptom.
And making the underlying condition worse, the brand that scale past 100 crore are not the one who spend the most on ads. They are the one who built something people wanted to come back to without being retargeted. That's a brand problem and it need to be treated like one.
We hope today's episode gave you a clear picture of what that looked like in practice. If this resonated, share it with your marketing and technology leads because this is a conversation that needs to happen in the same room. If this conversation needs to happen in your next budget review, send this to the people in the room. We will see you soon. Stay with us on Inside Consulting.